Hey there, I'm Sierra, and we're going to be going over my journaling and planning ecosystem for today. Now, I want to show you what I started with first. It was the Sterling Ink Common Planner. My gosh, what's it called? It was the Part 2 Common Planner, and it's B6 size, that brown one. Now, it's only half a year. It was my first time since college trying well, not my first time, but I really wanted to try a vertical weekly because I have never seen it or heard of it before. So that is what I started with this year, or not this year, in 2025. That's what I started with. And in it, I show you like the things I used to plan for 2026 because I didn't use these first pages. Like that was penciled in goals that I was doing for 2026. For the tracker, like that was my skincare that I started, and the green was like when I changed the remote from my battery, and I didn't really track anything else there. And like this was me penciling in how I was going to do the quarterly planning, and what else do I show you? Oh yeah, I show you the weeklies. So that's pretty much how I laid out the weeklies. Um, I just had like to-do lists on each page, and then I think I show you my months. Yeah, I show you the months, and all the colors are for me cycle syncing. I didn't really necessarily use them like I wanted to because I didn't really have any goals for 2025, but that is like my luteal phase is orange for autumn, winter is menstrual, pink is follicular, and the yellow was the ovulatory phase. And I want to continue doing that. I want to see where my energy's at, and I do notice when I'm like kind of puckered out by the time I'm in my luteal phase or menstruation phase. Um, so yeah, maybe you want to use that too. That's what I do. I do it a little different. I didn't show you here, but now I just underline it because my period isn't always coming on my same, the exact same day. Then I can fill it in with the actual color when the period comes. But anyway, this is what I'm doing now ish. I was practicing in my old notebook how I wanted to do the side. So I just have top three meal ideas, and then I like block out what I do each day. And all those gray lines are like when I go to work. So then I put things in any spots that don't have work. And it worked for me when I used it last year. So yeah, that's the notebook I used, or the planner I used last year. And this is the new planner I'm using this year. It's the 2026 Complete Common Planner by Sterling Ink. And I'll show you in a second, but the cool thing about this one is that it has daily pages in it, unlike the old one. And I used to have that brown planner in this leather zip up cover. I loved that, but the gray one's too big. I have like my initials on there, and it has pockets inside and a pen holder, and I put tissue in there so I won't smear when I like write. I love that, but that's just now it's a gray hardcover. So I use what I'll show you later, my journal in my old, planner cover. And so now I just use that green pencil case. I'm not sure how I feel about it yet because I can't write on that page because of the strap. So we'll see. But anyway, yeah, that is where I'm going to put the vision board. I made my own yearly log on that page for 2026. I started filling out my goals for 2026 as well. I don't have everything filled out as you see here, but like I have more going on and more structure than I did last year. I didn't know what I was doing last year. I don't know why I pointed at you, but I see ya. Anyway, I go to my next page. Oh, I'm talking about why I changed the tops. So the top is like the goal for 2026, and I got from a YouTuber the my why section, and I'm keeping the quarterly and monthly, and I changed the last two sections into low energy task and high energy task. I found all this out on YouTube. I'll try to remember who I found it from. And then I'm doing the task on this one with the movement goals and like what I'm focusing on if I do fitness things like abs, arms, glutes. and intentional walking, and I'll put like my time under whatever I highlight, or on top of whatever I highlight. I'm going to fill out the quarterly planning like this, with one side being like the priorities, the other side might be like rewards for completing priorities, and then January will be January. And then on the other side of the line will be January in review. I got that from another YouTube video that I had watched. Again, I'll try to remember who I've watched from all this stuff to fill you in. All right, next section is the glimmers I've seen people do. I decided to do it for December because a lot was going on in December and I wanted to put it in my new planner. So that's what I did here. I just put highlights, or just what stood out for each day in 2025 December. Now this is the new layout that I was talking about, and it's now in my new notebook. And this is what's different about this notebook, is that it has monthly, weekly, and then each page is a day. So that's cool. I like having the daily pages instead of just the weeks. And now I'll just, separate everything differently than I was doing before. I'll just do like the quote unquote big picture goals and have everything kind of mapped out for the week, and then use a more granular page for each day. Now, what am I pointing to on here? I don't know. What am I doing? What am I yapping about? Yeah, and the reason I'm yapping about this stuff and a different like mic and everything is because the mic on my old camera doesn't work. So I apologize about me not knowing what I'm talking about. I just filmed this, but I just want to get it out for you. I'd rather chat with you than like make some big production out of what YouTube videos I make. But anyway, I'm showing you that I make that bottom section like a day in review. Then that is the top 3, the easy 3, and then the next 3. I got that from a blog. I will try to link that too. And then on that side, it's just same thing when I work, if I do work, and then like blocked out tasks for the rest of the day. And then that is for January's month. Do I talk about that there? I guess not. Anyway, I show you that I've had little tabs on the side for each month, and I have a little tab on top for the back section. I think you get like 10 pages in the back, which is perfect for me. I don't want to keep flipping to the back of my planner, and it's just going to be like an inbox of just all sorts of tasks I think about that I want to do eventually, but I don't know literally where I'm going to put it. I don't know if it's going to be in the month, the next month, what week, or whatever. So that's what's in the back of that one. Now I'm showing you my planner. This is what I'm going to be using for my planner for 2026. It'll be planner number 2 because I'm showing you what I used before that planner. It was this one. I used this since 2023. It's a ZenQuest, I think. Zequins. It's a Zequins. And it's nice. I was trying to show you it's really flexible. And yeah, there is my first journal. I have had journals in the past, plenty of journals, but this was like first time trying to intentionally journal. And I'm just here showing you that I started this when I was 31 in 2023 of July. I tried to do like likes and dislikes. I didn't know what else to write about myself there. That's why it's so blank. And I think next I'm going to show you just like a page. I try to like doodle in it. And then I'm thinking of, I was trying to show you like how much was filled out. And I'm going to use the ephemera that I have, all that chunky stuff in there. I'm going to try to paste it down, and I'm hoping it's going to use up the rest of it. There's some of it. And I'm hoping it uses those back pages up. So I don't have to keep writing in it, but if I do keep writing in it, that's fine too. But I'm ready to move into that one for 2026. I don't need to start it and do it every day. That's not going to, it's going to be my everyday. That's what my quotes are for. It's going to be my everyday journal, but I'm not going to journal every day. I'm showing you what I have planned in it so far. So the first page will be like a quote and the date I started it, and putting like my second journal. And then on the second page, I want it to do like, I think it says like the about me section, and then something else. Lord, I know one of them was an index swatch page. And then I'm going to do Let me get my freaking notebook. Really? What am I talking about? I know there I'm talking about what I'm really excited to do. I'm going to doodle like a small wins bucket list for 2026. And then that's going to be another page for the 2026 bucket list. And then that page is something, isn't it? I can't even read it. It's upside down on my page before I fixed it for you. Okay, it's like a letter to my journal. So like what intentions I have, who I'm becoming and everything. I want my journal will be something I'm like quote unquote talking to. Someone I'm talking to. I think that'll make it more interactive for me and more stimulating if I'm like talking to someone. So that's what that page was. And to find those other two pages I was referring to, yeah, it was an about page and small wins playlist. But yeah, anyway, I'm just showing you all the tools I have for it. I don't know if you want to see it. Let me know if you do want to see what I'm going to use in my journals. And oh yeah, I think at this point I found this last journal. I was like, this is my ecosystem, but I had one more that I forgot about. And it's this one. This one is going to be kind of like my commonplace planner. I've had it for years. I just rarely used it. There's pages inside that I fixed, quote unquote fixed last year, where I had like random writings in it that I don't want it to, it's not cohesive to what I want to use the notebook for now. And so I just pasted scrap dot paper over the pages that I didn't want in my in this notebook anymore. So I'm talking about that here. I had the notebook I'm holding in front of my face when I was talking, so hopefully it didn't muffle you too much. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, now I'm just trying to find a page to give you an example of like what I'm going to use it for. I think in the front I showed you that I had written in the past like astrology and stuff. This is my like human design chart. And I had a page somewhere in here where it was like quotes that I really liked of things I said while I journaled in the past that I wanted to keep with me. And then like this page is like the arrows of the human design and what each one means. And so that's like an example of like what I would use it for. But I would use it for more like media and books and stuff too. And that's a cute little sticker I bought during a depressive episode. I always thought that hamster was so cute and funny. And I want to decorate my other journals and stuff too. But yeah, that is my journaling ecosystem, my planner ecosystem for 2026. Let me know what else you'd like to see. I want to talk about my goals. I want to talk about the small wins, and I will do that next time. Bye.